Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Saturday Morning Cartoons. And today's host or co-host is going to be Clint. This guy is super talented. He's from the south of the United States, another team member of a kind of our crew of all animators from all over the United States and hopefully the world someday. Anyway, before that, um, I want to give a shout out to um, Mr. Miyazaki. He just won another Oscar, and I probably mispronounced his name, and I it sucks because I hate when I do that, but I probably did. And the film is called Boy and the
I'm
Heron.
sorry.
And
My dog
oh,
needs to go out.
that's okay. Okay, so I'll just talk a little bit more about this. So it's called The Boy and His Heron, and this is his second Oscar, and he is super talented, and his films are so beautiful, and his films are so intense, and they really the colors are beautiful, and the story is beautiful, and this guy's super talented. So check it out. Big shout out. I'm actually going to do a review on the film this week, because I'm an animator too. But anyway, okay, let's go back to Clint. So Clint, dude, thank you so much. This guy's super funny. And uh, his he has an animation series that he hasn't started yet, but now I'm forcing him to do it because he's so funny. But he also has a lot of different things that he's doing. He's a graphic designer, he's in the music industry, he's a producer, he writes his own. You write your own music too, right, Clint?
I do. I don't really do it as much now, but yeah.
But this guy's super talented, but he's being drowned by responsibility and living, you know what, like we all do. We have so much stuff we need to do, and sometimes we're not able to do what our true calling. And I believe that Clint's true calling is to be a creative animator producer, because this guy, I'm telling you, he is so funny. The stuff that he's done, I mean, that we just talked to, and he hasn't really been able to release it. Super funny, man. And it's a shame and a crime that he can't do this as much as that he can. And hopefully we could help him out do it. Hopefully you guys could join his channel. And I'm also going to put the link here, and just help this brother out, because this guy's super talented. But again, like I said, like us, we don't have much time to be doing a lot of different things because we have responsibility as adults, with our families. So we can't really do our art. But with your guys' help out there, we could start doing our art. And this is going to be a weekly thing. Clint can't, he's so super busy because he's also a manager of this big corporation. We're not going to say who it is. And he doesn't have time, man. He's always doing this thing. But this guy is so talented. But and he's also always helping everybody. He's like helping somebody else again. So he's always putting his art behind the scene when it should be in front of the scene. But hopefully we are gonna release a few with Clint late, and this is what we're doing now. So Clint, tell me a little bit more, your audience a little bit more about who you are.
Uh, my name's Clint Smith. My channels go under Clint Smith here graphics. You can get me mostly on Instagram and Facebook. I do have a YouTube page. I really just got my graphic. I got a couple of videos. I kind of like revamped my YouTube page. So I only got like 3 videos on there now, and it's just like me doing speed art of album covers. So um, basically, uh, I am a supervisor for a big franchise as my main day job, and then my night job, I do graphic design, and I was doing graphic design for about a year. Uh, well, I was doing it for a couple of years, and then I ended up falling in line with some guys from the country rap community. A guy named Papa Fresh, who used to be a DJ for Al Capone, who had that song "Whoop That Trick." It was in
Oh,
that big
nice.
movie.
Yeah.
Uh, so anyway, he was in this other genre called country rap that I didn't know anything about, and he brought me over there, and I was doing a lot of
Wow.
graphics for him, and so he just started putting my name out, and I just built up a clientele base there. Worked with a lot of good people like Captain Kurt and Kenny Reacts, and then um, got to meet a lot of cool artists. I ended up working for Haystack, and I'm like his official graphic designer. I met his manager. His manager found me online, and
Wow.
I did a flyer for him, and then we ended up becoming business partners. And so
Wow.
now we have a marketing team uh, called Proper Dose Media, and so we signed with John Connor's label, uh, War Horse Entertainment, and they got a lot of big artists on there. So we got like I think about 6 artists that we're helping market for, and so in between them, it's they got about 200 to 300,000 followers each.
Wow.
So combined about like over 1 million followers together.
Wow.
So we've been working on them, uh, trying to help vamp their social media and come up with marketing ideas for their album releases and song releases and stuff like that. Um,
Nice.
in the middle of that, last year I found this guy named Mike Sons that I really believe in. He's local, and he's just an incredible talent. And through building my relationships as a graphic designer, when I found Mike, I was able to network with some of the big guys, bringing him in, and they all love him. So we just been working on his music and stuff like
Wow.
that. And then me and you have been working off and on, working on the for the animation and stuff, and we just got busy, and so all that stuff came up. I was getting really busy in the graphic design department, doing covers for just stuff like Bubba Sparks and Afro Man,
Wow.
uh, Haystack. Who else was
Big
there?
Smo, right? Did you do
Big
stuff with Big
Smo,
Smo?
did Big Smo. We even did for him. We had started a little cartoon.
Yeah.
Uh, so,
And
but
we want to do it for you, Big Smo. Just give us a
right,
chance, man. We will do it
yeah,
for you, man.
he's gotten busy too. Like he started doing his own. He's vegan. He's been vegan for a
Oh,
long time.
nice.
He lost over
Yeah, because
300
he
pounds,
used
and
to be, yeah, healthy, and now he's thin. I didn't even recognize him when I saw a new picture. I was like, who is this dude?
yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
he just opened his own vegan food truck.
oh
So they're running
wow.
around doing that and starting his own smo motivation. Like he's doing like motivational stuff
Oh
and
nice.
health food brand, and his marketing and all that stuff. So he's busy off doing that. Um, but yeah, man, just working, constantly moving. But I feel like the universe was bringing me back to the animation. Like I was thinking about you. I think we hadn't talked about at least 6 months,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
uh and I started thinking about you. I was like, man, I got to force myself to start doing a little more animation because I'm rusty already. And I was like, and so I was gonna text you, and I was like, man, nah, I ain't gonna bother him. I was like, I know he's busy too, or we would be talking. So and then like 2 days later, you messaged me back. You're like, man, you got to get back animated, man. We got to start back now. I was like, all right, it makes
Because
sense.
I've been telling you, this guy's so talented. And let me tell you a little bit. And I don't want to embarrass you, Clint, because you're such a beautiful person. But this guy has even sent me tools to work with, expensive tools. And I'm like, we're just buds online, and this guy has out of the kindness of his heart has sent me tools to improve my animation, and he was one of the first people that actually reached out on my channel and said, I like your stuff. And dude, you don't even know how much that means, because like animators and people that start out, right, are content creators. I don't consider myself like an influencer. I'm like I feel like an animator, artist guy, right? And just creating content and doing my thing. But Clint was the only one that reached out and actually commented, besides my mom and a friend, and my brother, that he liked my stuff. And it just, Clint, it meant so much to me, and I want to thank you, Clint. But Clint, I want to go back. So you said you're doing speed graphic art. What is that? I've never even heard of it.
So like I recorded the process of me making like album covers, and it's like, it could take 2 or 3 hours to
Yeah.
do
Oh,
that. So what
definitely,
I did was
definitely.
just like I sped it up into 3 minutes, like I edited a little bit, and then I just have it playing and fast forward. So like
Ah,
it takes a 2 hour process into 3 minutes. You know what I mean? So
wow.
I don't know if you ever seen any of those videos where they're like all over the board, and you know and then you
Yeah,
get the final
yeah.
product real quick.
I've seen those, but I didn't know that a lot of those are out there. So I'm gonna start checking out. I'll check out the one that you did. I saw that you had 3 videos, and I saw one that was doing pretty well. You have like over 1,000 hits, and that to us, to me, that's huge. My
Yeah.
biggest, it's 200.
Yeah, I think that one I did, it was of Young Dolph, so Young Dolph's a huge artist. He's dead.
Oh
I didn't
no.
make it for him or anything like that. I just took, I just made a random album cover, like a fake album cover of him, and, just kind of use his name for the marketing. So it did well.
Okay. So before we go in, because right now we're also going to do like we did it in our other episodes. Episode is that me and Clint are going to give you a little insight on what we do and how we work together. And I help him as an animator. He helps me with ideas and it just makes stuff a little more funnier. So before we go in, there's one more thing I wanted to touch on, Clint. There, you had a series that hopefully you're going to start later on. But it was about the Nuggets.
Yeah.
What? So tell everyone a little bit about that. Your idea with the Nuggets.
My Nuggets, it was just kind of like it kind of happened on accident because I started working with another animator, and we were going through the basics, and I've done some of the animation stuff previously. So the the most mind-numbing thing in the world to me is bouncing a ball.
Yeah,
But that's like the Bible, what I mean,
yeah,
for like animators. So as I was learning, as I was going through the ball process for like the hundredth time, I was like, I was like, I want to do this, but I want to make it fun. So I was like, instead of bouncing a ball, let me make something else. And then I was like, what do I want to make? And I just started thinking, I was like, let's make a chicken nugget. That'd be funny. And so and so I made the chicken nugget, and I just had it bouncing, and then I turned that in and with my tutor and all that other stuff, and then we would continue, moving forward with different techniques and stuff that we were working on. So as we were doing that, I was just adding it to the same scene, and so then I added more nuggets, and then I had some other characters that I was just doing for like t-shirt designs and stuff. And
yeah.
so I kind of like pulled them in, and it just kind of turned into a scene. It was just like a freestyle animated scene. It was just like 30, 40 seconds. But then I ended up making like a title for it. And then I hired voice actors. So like I got them to do
Mm.
the voices of the original script, which ain't really much. And
But
then
funny, dude, funny.
I added some of my music behind it, and I just kept, I was just fleshing it out as much as I could, um, just from a practice scene scenario anyway. And
Yeah.
I ended up dropping it because everybody liked it, and like on TikTok, I think I did like 26,000 views on TikTok.
Wow, amazing, dude, amazing. And so why are you doing this now?
As you know, it's not easy. Like it was
Yeah,
easy to put that little scenario together. Um, you know,
26,000. Wow.
honestly, it's just um, for me, this is the second job, right? So
Yeah.
most people know, if they live in a lifetime of working two jobs, they know the number one rule of your second job is it's got to be easier than your first job.
Yeah. Yes. 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 You're right.
Well, animation's not easier than my first job. Like my job takes a lot of brain work. It's like
Yeah.
you got a lot of on the floor problem solving. So and then at a larger scale. So then getting here and then trying to think of animation, that's exactly what animation is problem solving at a large scale.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you got to think about the future, the past, and the present all at one
Yeah.
time. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So it's a lot of planning and it's a lot of brain work. And when I come home, I want to do like uh non-brain work. Not disrespect to graphic designers or
Yeah. Yeah.
anything,
Yeah. Of course. Of
but
course.
but the album covers and like Photoshop, I've done Photoshop for so long. since I was a kid. So Photoshop, I don't think about what I'm doing on Photoshop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's some things like I think through, but I don't have to think much on it. It's just natural for the
Yeah.
most part. And so whenever the graphic design stuff picked up for the cover art and all that, uh, it was easy to fall into that. You know what I mean? Because it's like
Yeah.
I got to come home and I didn't have to think too much. I had to come up with an idea, and then it was just it's just freestyle painting and having fun and not doing a lot of thinking. I could just play music and drown out.
Yeah.
But with the animation, it's just like, it's a whole thought process
Oh, it
and
just
you know
takes
how
forever.
easy, yeah, and you know how easy you can spend a couple of hours and then mess up something and realize you messed up something 30 minutes ago and have to redo everything.
Oh God. And you know what's really funny, Clint, that a lot of people, when they think of animators like us, they think, oh, it's so easy. I'm just going to put a cartoon together. Yeah, right, bro. I mean, if it was so easy, we would have had thousands already. No, it just takes forever. I mean,
That's
it's e
absolutely what I thought. That's absolutely what I thought. I thought coming in here, I was like, and even to the point where I was like, well, I just don't want to do this complicated stuff. I'm just going to do the like puppet animation. That should be easy.
Nothing is easy in animation. But Clint, also what we're going to do is I'll introduce you to some tools that I'm working on that's going to make it easier for you. Like a lot of it's really difficult sometimes to get a whole crew together, right? Especially actors. And not to take I mean it's make breaks my heart that AI, and because I'm also now in AI ethics, right? I write a lot about AI ethics, and I'll publish on my articles. But a lot of people are scared that AI, artificial intelligence, is going to take creative jobs away, and I don't see it that way, because as an animator, I see that AI tools are empowering me and giving me the ability to to uh, to empty my brain and create art, rather than having to do the technical aspect of it. And so I'm able to be a creative storyteller. And then you might come back to me and say, well, dude, you're taking all the jobs away from the people that write it, that draw and everything. And I think what goes through my head is, yeah, that does suck and that's terrible. But I think those people that are just doing the creative aspect, like the behind the scenes of the art or the animation, their desire and their love is to show their art. And I think they're still going to be here. And then but I think AI is going to help them to do the stories that they also have. I think a lot more storytellers are going to come out and utilize AI. And for me, for one, that's what I'm doing now. Like I'm releasing a lot more than I did before, and it's only because of AI. And I'm going to show you, like there's I think it's called 911 Labs or 11 Labs. And this one has voiceovers, that you could have all these different voiceovers of actors, and they sound pretty good. They're not 120%, but it would, you could put a script together now, and you could have all these multiple voices um acting in your cart animation series, and saves you money, because it's expensive to get people like that. You could use writing tools to help with writing your script, which is super expensive to do that, right? And then
Mhm.
what leaves you is to be free to create your art, to think of the idea. Okay, I got this idea, and then put it together. Because realistically, I can't hire a whole studio behind me. I mean, I wish I did, right? And
Right.
ideally, if I had the money, I could. I 2 years ago, Clint, I was quoted to do. I want to do an animation series, the one I'm doing now, and I was quoted to do it. Each episode was going to be, I think, $10,000. Where am I going to get $10,000, right? And I think that was a cheap one too. It went up all the way to 50,000. And I thought, dude, I'm never going to do this, man. So that's why I started getting an animation. I thought, I'll just do it all myself, man. I don't need anyone. Oh my God. If you guys saw, and I'll show you my first animations, oh, they looks like a 3-year-old did them, right? And wasn't even trying. So it took a long time to get where I'm at now, and I'm still not good. I'm okay. I still can't give. I can't. I'm not an artist, so I can't really draw well. So I use shapes. So I can't really give that like three-quarter profile, like a smooth profile like that. I still got to use different ways, but I'm also using another and I keep talking about them. I probably should have them. And I guess Pika. I'm using Pika now, and Pika is a really good animation program that you just prompt it, and then it comes up. Now, like I said before, I said in the other show that you can't use the same character, so you have to use like these are like one-off characters that you would have in the background talking. And it's never 100%. It's sometimes it is. And you can use them once and then do it. It also has lip syncing, so you can lip sync it, but you can't really, it kind of makes your cartoon look a little surreal. So it's still not at that point yet. There's another program, Sora, that actually literally makes things look so effing real. There was they did some samples and people are creating stuff now. They had these paper airplanes flying through the air, right? It looked totally normal. It looked real. And they turned into birds. And there were like paper airplanes that were like birds. And it looked so effing real. And maybe I'll show a clip of that. But we are going so advanced. So what it's telling me is no, it's not going to take away the um the power from the creators. It's going to empower them. It's going to give people like you and me that don't have the funds in the background to produce our animation series or our ideas. Now we can do it, and we could get our stories out there. So it's kind of taking the power away from Hollywood and giving it back to the individual. That's why YouTube's so wonderful. Twitch, what's that other one that you're on right now that everybody loves? TikTok. So it's giving us back the power. And I always feel like I've been feeling like a lot of people are right now. It's so popular to share your lives, right? And
Mhm.
these people are doing really well just sharing their lives. And I don't know what they're doing with their money, but I thought that's why I got this idea, Clint. I called you 2 weeks ago, all psyched. Dude, we got to do this. We got to do this because I feel that if people only knew who we were and the work that we put into this and how much we love what we do, right? Um, People would support us. So when we start making money, if we make money, hopefully we do, it's going to get back to our art. We're going to be able to even do more things, right? We're not going to just be sitting here. Well, maybe a couple of weeks we'll be sitting in Thailand like that, right?
Yeah.
Smoking and drinking, but or whatever else, or down in Florida or whatever, right? But after that, dude, it's all about work. That's why I'm getting my team now. You're part of it, Clint. I'm honored to have you. I have another guy. He does Eddie in the ER. He's another one, and I'm going to get a
I
couple of
like that
ones.
show. I
Yeah,
watched it. I like that animation.
it's cute, huh? So
Mm.
I'm getting us all together, and I'm saying, look, we are gonna get together. We're gonna do this together, and people are gonna see this journey because right now I have 8 subscribers. He has like 25. How many subscribers do you have?
Uh, three. I think about 300, maybe.
Ooh, this is our superstar right here. So he has 300. By the end of this year, I want us to have 1 million. And people are going to be like, let's prove it to them, Clint. Let's prove it to them. Let's prove it to them that we are funny, man, and we do have a voice out here, and this is what we were meant to do. So mark my words, 3/11/2024. By 3/11/2025, you and I will be doing only our art and what we love. That's my
Okay.
goal. Let's do this, brother. Okay, so let's share. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna we'll share what Clint's working on, and I'm gonna help him out, and we're gonna start working on the program. We're gonna use Animate today. So I'm gonna share your screen, Clint, and then I'm gonna open up my Animate too, and we're gonna rock and roll. Let's see here. Animate. Have you noticed any updates on the new Adobe Animate? Has it been giving you any issues? Because it has with me. Sometimes stuff freezes a lot more.
I hadn't noticed anything yet, but I just been using it for the last couple of days.
Oh, okay.
I hadn't been using it in a while. Let's see.
What? Because every like Adobe, especially, it's everybody's starting to use like
I
of
got a dual
AI.
screen. Can you see my Photoshop?
I can.
Okay,
Yeah, it looks
okay.
great. It looks great.
All right. So this is just so I want to start out one. I'm doing refreshing, because it's been a while since I've done anything.
Got
So
it. Cool. Very
um
cool.
I wanted to get back into things too. Again, I'm managing for Mike's Sons right now, so we're doing a lot of just we're doing off the wall marketing, just anything we can do to
Got
market.
it. Yeah.
And actually, as I did this was really just to come up. We were gonna just do like stories and reels and just kind of use him and have him lip sync into some of his songs, like 30-second clips and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But as I was sending this to him, we came up with an idea. I just did the under construction, thinking like if I post this online, just like kind of just showing them like sneak preview kind of thing.
Yeah.
But he said something about we could do a cardboard cutout of him and like we could get for
Ah.
people. But
Yeah.
I topped that and I said if he did we get him to do a song called Under Construction and it'd be something like like we're all still don't worry about it if you make mistakes because we're all still under construction. So he
Yeah.
comes up with something a relatable song like that. We'll do a sticker
Ah,
sheet and we can add like a microphone and some speakers and stuff, and then we can send it out to all the kids because we
oh,
got
I
a
love
big
it.
fan. He's got a decent fan base, so we'll send. He got reactors and all that. They love him, so we'll send it out to all the reactors and get it to all the kids, and then we'll do like a little marketing contest where the kids will pose Mike, however they want on his wall or something. Send us pictures of them posing Mike singing or whatever.
I love it. So, are you gonna give me some links that I could give to other people and stuff like that? Well, later on we'll do that. And also I want you guys to know that Clint is also available, right? Are you, brother? Are you available to be hired to do like more graphics and more stuff like this? Are you available, or are
Yeah,
you just packed to the gills?
yeah. I mean, yeah, graphic design. I'm hireable. Like right now, I do cover art. I do posts. I do like marketing posts, flyers, YouTube banners, the Facebook banners, profile picture, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So I got like a $300 like rollout package. So that comes with the cover art, uh, and you get all there's different kind of definitions you need. So you need one that you put on social media, but it's got to
Oh,
be a different quality to be able to upload for like your distro kid or whatever.
okay.
Comes with all that, but you won't have any problems. You'll have your YouTube banner, your Facebook banner, your profile images. So you can go if you want to just look at my work. You can go to Mike Sons Music at youtube.com or
Okay.
facebook.com, and they can see what we've done for him. And then it also includes like some trailer reels and overlays.
Oh,
uh
nice,
so
nice.
you can try to, so well, for 300 I'm gonna hook you up. So
Oh, nice,
but
nice, nice.
uh but you can go cheaper than that. If you just need the cover art, it's $50. And then you can
Well,
separate it however you
I,
want.
and this is why I say that Clint's such a beautiful person, is that he does stuff and he's always doing stuff that he's worth 20 times more. He is not worth $500. He is not worth $50. He does great work. But he's the kind of person that says, look, I'm going to do it because I'm going to help you guys out. But and that's cool. And I totally respect that. But in the future, there's no jump on him now, because in the future, there's no way you're going to get him for those prices, because he's worth a lot more. His work is it's the best. He does
You
beautiful stuff. And you can see
you
now, look at the stuff now. Um, all right, so what we're doing now, so this is Photoshop, and I recommend people to work on Photoshop too, because there's a lot of things you can do, and there's also AI there, and it's a little funky. It's okay. Everybody's like that's the magic word right now, the magic word, AI. Everything's always AI. So Photoshop also has AI that could take the background out and do all this other stuff, and all these Adobe's really jumping into it. So I mean, we'll see, but. So here's his character, and what we want to do is that his character, if you see on the left-hand side, this is Photoshop. He has all these different layers, and all these individual layers are pieces of the character. So what we're going to do today is we are going to actually put it into Animate, and we're going to separate the layers, like the individual graphics. So you need to have the individual graphics separated so you can have the movement and the animation. The only thing that I had an issue with when I did this like about a year ago, and I haven't done it since, is that sometimes when you import it into Animate, if you want to do like here, you could go into each of the layers, and you could change the you could do your custom work. You could change the face, or you could do whatever, or just improve it. And but in Animate, once you finish with your main animation, not animation, but your main graphic in Photoshop, when you transfer it or export it to Animate, if you want to, like, say, for example, oh, one of his eyes are a little smaller than the other, I'm going to fix that. Dang it, you can't fix it in Animate. You'd have to come all the way back into not all the way. It's not like you got to run 2 miles to another area, but you got to open up Photoshop, and then you got to do your all your fixes there, and then export it again. So it's kind of, that's why I always recommend to do everything in Animate, but I'm not an artist. I'm a writer. I'm a storyteller. So I can't draw. So Photoshop's a lot better in drawing, and like Illustrator. I think they're both pretty comparable. But I think Illustrator is more vector, right? Vector drawing. Yeah.
Yeah,
So Photoshop, I think they're both great.
rasterized.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 exactly. So as a real artist, Clint uses Photoshop. So today we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna actually start trying to piece these together and see what happens in Animate. So let's do that. Let's do that, Clint.
And
Oh,
also just for
yeah,
time's sake,
sure.
I just got the pants and the shoes. They're just one layer. So
Okay.
I got the top arm and bottom arm. Uh,
So
yeah, I
is it
got
okay?
these separated. And
Okay, perfect.
that's one. And then I got a head file. This one's together, but I do have a separated head file there.
So you can move it. You can move his expressions and everything
Yeah, I
from his
got like the
head.
eyelids and the
Oh,
eye
oh, beautiful,
and all that.
beautiful.
So no
Okay.
mouth, but uh,
So
and
is he good? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Kelly.
so anyway, I was just trying to get the gist of because I remember it was something like I think you had to have a plus sign on the main layer or something. So I figured I was gonna like work you through the whole body. You know what I mean? Just kind
Uh,
of give me a a
sh-
refresher of where
sure.
we're
Yeah, of
at, and
course.
so
Let's go for it. Let's go for it. So let's open up Animate now, because I think the key on this too is when we export it, how we export it. So, and let me see how we do it. And it's really, like, this is frustrating about Animate, is that I can't even open up my cartoon. I keep giving the error message, so now I'm gonna have to uninstall and install. So I won't even be able to share pieces of my cartoon, but that's okay. Okay, so here we are. Okay, now we're opening up Animate. This is you always get that. You go skip, and then you see there's all his different files and different projects. And we're just gonna either open it. Are you gonna create a new one? Or are you gonna do you already have one kind of done?
I no, I had started in I
Okay.
started with one that I was trying to like redraw Mike and stuff here. This
Oh,
is
there we
like the
go. Yeah.
redrawn version. But
Ah,
this right here is just one image. I was just tracing over these. Uh,
got
but
it.
I knew this was going to take a while on the animate part, so I wouldn't have it done by the time we got together. So, but that's why
Yeah.
I wanted to check with the Photoshop. Again, like this one's really just thrown together for my sake of, getting getting good at it, getting
Got it,
refreshed
bro.
at
Got
it, and
it.
then I was going to go back and uh, detail.
Okay. So it looks like you already imported this already. Is that okay? Can we start working on
No,
this one, or
it's not. That's what I'm
oh, it's
saying.
not important. Oh, got
This
it.
was just one image. That all this right here was just one
Ah.
PNG, and I was using that to trace these images, the vector part. So it's
Let's
just one layer.
Oh, it's just, well, let's check this out, because you're able to move them around, right?
No, these right here are the
Oh,
ones
that
I
way you
just
can't. Yeah.
these I
That,
traced.
but the other
But
side you can't. If you touch them right now, you couldn't
yeah,
move them around.
no, this
Okay,
is just one picture.
okay. All right, so let's do this. So let's open up a new file, and let's try this now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up a new and FD 1920 by 1080, the classic, um, pretty much a standard. That's the one I like to use. So let's go on that, and that's a stage. So now we're gonna go to, and yeah, that's a property. That's super important. Properties is where you do the magic. Um,
I had all these set on my dual screen so I could
oh,
have this big
nice.
canvas area.
Oh, well, if you want to work like that, we can, Clint. Clint, do you know that you could also change the workspaces? Have you checked that out?
Uh, I don't mess with it. I did know that, but I just don't never think about it.
Let me show you real quick because sometimes it helps. So
Okay,
go to Windows.
right here. Where's
Oh,
the
right.
oh
Oh,
Windows?
right. Yeah, Windows. Perfect. Yeah, where it says Windows. Yeah. And then click on, go down to workspaces. So here you could actually, oh, right, probably right there. Here you could say, you could start changing it. Like if you went to classic, then your format's like that. Now, if you go to Windows and you go to it, I always use Essentials, but if you go to this animation, yeah, so there are always different ones that you could use. I would just yeah click on Windows and play around with all that stuff because it makes it a lot easier. And you see, it's really cool. What really happens is this is kind of showing you, okay, well, what's most important to you when you're creating your craft. Um, so right now, I any onesie's fine. I always use a classic, but I always select my timeline in the on the bottom. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Do your thing,
Well,
dude.
when you're doing when you're layering your characters,
Yeah,
you like the timeline going up and down,
yeah, yeah.
right?
I took. Well, actually, I mean, you know what? I don't do it that way, but it does. Yeah, it's just it's your preference, brother. Whatever works easier for you. If you feel that it feels if you want it like that, you do it, man, because I don't. It's not that I do it the right way because I don't. I do it my way. So I want you to do it your way. So whatever is comfortable for you. Um. Okay. Yeah. This is great. This is good. This is good. So and that's perfect. And yeah, there's a stage you could bring it down to. Yeah, whatever size. You could even do a. Do you have Mac or do you have a PC?
PC.
PC. You can even do control plus or minus to shrink your stage. It's a lot easier. Yeah, it makes
Yep.
it a lot faster.
Yep.
Um, okay, so let's go to file and let's go to import and then let's go import to library. So this is where the tricky part come up. So there's going to be a box that shows up. See if uh yeah, perfect. And then just grab the one that you're going to use. Okay, perfect. So now we
Good.
oh, what happened? Did we
To
grab the
open
wrong
up the
one?
no, I opened up
Oh,
the Photoshop something. It closed down my animate though. That's
that
weird.
happens sometimes. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's been really buggy. I'm gonna send Adobe a message and say, dude, everything's really buggy. Oh wait, it's in the bot. No, it's coming up now. Yeah, everything's super buggy right now. You might have to. Well, look, I mean, let's work as far as we can. But okay, so this is part one.